All right, welcome to the program. My name is Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TPN TV and radio network coming to you live from the United States of America. Today, we have our youngest author, and I'm going to be speaking in English because, as you know, our children know more English than Creole. So, she's going to be talking in English. So, her name is Mariama K. Sangarie. Mariama K. Sangarie, welcome to the program.
Hello, hi. Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it.
I know that you are 17-year-old and you just, wrote your first book. Now, introduce yourself.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
All right, introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Mariama Sangarie. I'm the eldest child. I live in Arizona. I'm really creative and I'm funny.
All right, that's fine. That's wonderful. So, one of the things that I want to ask you, why do you decide to write this book, Snatch? Let me, first of all, before you answer, let me just show our viewers. This is the book, Snatch, written by Mariama K. Sangarie. And let me just try to send some link to some viewers that want to join us or want to view. Hold on, let me just send the link. All right. Tell us why you decided to write this book.
I decided to write this book because because I watched Dr. Phil when I was little.
Okay.
And I watched a specific episode about this woman explaining her traumatic life into human trafficking. So I got some ideas from her, and then I watched documentaries about people describing their lives and exposing the truth about human trafficking. So although I'm not I've never seen or witnessed human trafficking, I got some ideas and I put them together watching shows that also talked about it, like Law and Order. But that's basically how I had the idea.
All right. Well, tell us about the book itself.
So this book is about this young girl. She had everything she ever wanted, and so her family and her were taking a trip, and she got so unlucky that she got sold. She got kidnapped and sold into human trafficking. Her life fell apart. She went from having everything anyone ever wanted to having nothing at all. From having it taken away from her right in front of her eyes, snatched away from her.
All right. So, okay. Now, I know, according to the book, you talk about two characters, mainly Malaysia. Who is Malaysia?
Malaysia is this. She was in the beginning of the book. As you read on, you can tell that Malaysia was a typical American teenager. She barely had anything to worry about. But then as you read on, she became from a stereotype to a survivor, a victim, a hard worker, someone who went through such like a traumatic event, someone who became so brave, someone who became selfless. That's who Malaysia is.
Okay. Now, Malaysia is the lady, right, in the book?
Yes.
All right. Who is Christopher?
Christopher is her boyfriend, her lover. They are so basically Malaysia and Christopher's relationship. They're starstruck lovers, meaning their love will always end in tragedy.
Okay. Now, it seems like when I read the book, what I realize is the way you try to position your characters. First of all, you have a very mature way of writing. So I'm very much proud of you because for a 17-year-old who is still in high school to write such a book, that's amazing. So thank you very much to make us proud because we have this culture in our society, we like people like the Europeans to write things about us. So most of the time, they write things that are erroneous or incorrect. So have a donor like you to write such a book in a very mature way that is promising, and I believe probably you will be one of those who can correct the mistakes of our forefathers. Now, you it seems like Malaysia is going somewhere with, I don't know, in a vacation or something like that, right?
Yeah. So, well, basically, Malaysia. I didn't want to describe the place that she went because I wanted the audience to see it for themselves.
Well,
And so I wanted the audience to think of a background, like the settings and the place. I gave it like a small amount because I wanted the audience. But yeah, it's basically the plantation. You're right. Hello.
yeah, we can hear you. Just talk. We can hear you.
Okay. What else would you like to know?
Oh, okay. You don't. Okay. Now, so how is the sales of the book going?
They're doing great so far. Honestly, the sales, my book have been sold out twice on Amazon, and I honestly could not have done it without, the help from my sales people, the support that I've gotten so far. I really, really appreciate it.
So
Honestly, I do.
so here is the book. It's called Snatch. When you go to Amazon, just type whether Mariama K, Sangarie or Snatch. You'll be able to see this book. This is a very interesting book, ladies and gentlemen, that our daughter just wrote. And it's a kind of a fictional book, as you heard from her. It's something that every American should be proud of. Now, do you have a plan for another book?
Yes, I will be. I will write. I'll finish my story by the end of the year. My goal is to, put out another book by the end of this year.
All right. So I don't want you to reveal the plan right now because maybe some people might. So, but it's coming soon, right?
Very soon, yes.
Okay. Um, Now tell us about what you plan in the future.
So I plan in the future to go because if you read the book, I didn't really go into much details about the human trafficking systems. I plan into going into more details about that, and I plan into going into details about Malaysia's mental health and about the guilt that she feels and how she regrets many things. And I also plan into her,
All right. So let's go for a short break. When we come back, I'm gonna ask you, what is your advice to the young Sierra Leoneans like you who want to be authors? What is your experience and the difficulties in writing this book? So let's go for a short break, right? So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the program. If you join, we I am talking to the youngest Sierra Leonean author, Mariama K, living in Phoenix, Arizona here. Mariama, thank you very much for this interview once more. Um, what is your advice to young Sierra Leoneans who want to be author? So, because I know you already have some kind of an experience based on this book, and what are the experiences like the difficulties you had in writing this book, and the advantages that you get from writing this book, and the opportunities.
Okay. So the advice that I would love to give my young Chileans that are becoming authors, honestly, I'll say go for it because um me when I was little, I honestly I was told by multiple people, like my teachers, they would always tell me, you know, I should be an author, and my answer would always say no. Like I'll say, no, I don't think I should be an author. I don't really want to do it. And so but my dad was the one who told me you should go for it. You should, write a book at the age of 13, and I did. And so the difficulties that I had was, um, you know, my ideas. I would change a lot of it, like a lot of the themes. And if you're going to do that, I recommend, having the oldest copy and then the other copy from when you change it, so you can choose which one is better. And also, when you when you're writing a book, if your story doesn't come like in hand, it's okay. Sometimes you just need like a break from writing the story. You just need a breathing session. It's all good. And then also your book is not for everyone, and not everyone is going to like it. Not everyone is going to, respect your writing, and it's okay. And also, criticism can also really be good for you. So know how you can write your book, how you can make your next book better, how your writing style can change and be better.
And that is very important because you talk on a very important point here. Sometimes when you do something, you people criticize you. It makes you a better person because the next time you will learn from those criticisms and become a better person. So the idea here is right. Maybe your Facebook will be not too much of a buzz, but based on the review or the feedback you get, whether criticisms or praise, will make you a better author, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
really does.
No, yeah, definitely. Well, so far, what I have seen on Amazon, this is the book, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure everybody will see the book. This is the book. It's called Snatch. The review that I see so far on Amazon is that I have not seen much of any criticisms. What I've seen is some kind of amazement, praise, and all those type of things. So, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I feel so great. People appreciating my hard work, sleepless night dedication. And honestly, it feels really good to see that people enjoyed the book that I wanted them to.
So, based on this feedback, because you told me earlier that you did not want to become an author, your father actually inspired you to become an author, but based on the review, the feedback you received, are you now ready to become a full-time author?
I am. And I really am. And I also want as I grow older, I want my writing styles, to be better than it is. Because right now, I sound like my writing is like a typical teenager. I want
Yeah.
my writing style to grow and mature as I grow and mature.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I'm also encouraging you to continue what you are doing because this is very, very amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, she's just 17-year-old. Look at the book here. 17-year-old. You don't believe it until you buy this book and read it, see the way this kid put, structure, the sentences, the grammar, everything, like a college professor. So that's wonderful. So, how much is this book?
It's $8.99 on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon, Play Store, Barnes and Noble online. You can get it on the App Store, Waterbooks, on eBay. and it's for $8.99.
All right. Yeah. So now, how is your school going?
My school's going great. Honestly, my grades are fantastic. I'm doing good.
All right. Now, do you really? Okay, let me ask you this. Because I know that the credits is going to you personally, but there are other people that you want to give credits. Who are they?
Yes, yes, I do. I like to give my dad credit because if it wasn't for him, this book wouldn't have been made. I like to give like my aunt Fatimata Sangarie. She was the one, who helped me with my editor. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have that. And I also like to give my other family members, who supported me, my grandma, my Auntie Fatima, my cousins. They were there for me, and honestly, I want to really thank you and the Seal Union people who have supported me and appreciated me in this journey. I honestly cannot have done it without the support from the Seal Union groups, and it means the world to me. And I also want to thank my stepmom and my mom. They
Yeah,
they, they helped me too.
yeah, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question for Mr. Mariama Sangarie, just put a question on the question on the. All right, I'm not gonna take question from the phone, so don't call me on the phone. I'm seeing people are calling me on the phone. Don't call me on the phone. Um, Go to Facebook or YouTube and just put your question on the YouTube comment or the Facebook comment. I don't want to take up. Except somebody really want to come and talk about Mariama because this interview is specifically for Mariama Sangarie. So if you just want to give comment, just put it on the comment section of your Facebook or your YouTube. I don't know. Some people are calling me right now. Don't call my cell phone because I'm not gonna connect my cell phone to the interview. So go and watch and give your comment. Mariama, when last did you visit Sierra Leone? When last did you come from Sierra Leone?
I haven't been in Sierra Leone since I was 6 years old.
So, so do you want to go and make a tour and trying to publicize this book in Sierra Leone?
Yes, I would love to, get to see my home country, experience it, taste the food there. I would love to,
Yeah,
honestly.
we know that no matter what, Sierra Leone food is still the best because it's natural, right?
Yes.
Um, well, I don't know, but I just want to take this opportunity to thank you very much because when you look at what you've done so far, you are an inspiration to other kids that we have in this country or in the diaspora in general. That if we try to help our children to do a better job, we will excel into that. And you are just a testament to that. Even though at the beginning you did not want to do it, that's a typical way of a teenager, right? It's not everything that you want to do. You want to play with your friends and other things, but because your dad says, "Hey, this is a very important thing. Try it," and now you love it. So thank you very much for this wonderful thing that you've just done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And honestly, I've always written stories. It's just like I never actually thought of the thought of me being an author. I just didn't really know. I wasn't really sure about it. But my dad was the one who told me go for it. You're good. My teachers also were told me to go for it. I've been told by several teachers that I had to be an author. I was good, and I just didn't sit right to me. But now I did, and now I'm an author at 17, and it means a lot.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the book. It's called Snatch. If you just go to Amazon, you will be able to see this book is $8.99, right? Uh,
Yeah.
Please, let's help this our daughter because you know the problem we have in Sierra Leone is we don't have children who actually motivated to do good things. Sometimes we use our children to go out in the street and involved in politics and stone and other stuff. So when you have a kid like this who is trying to do something that is amazing, it's our own responsibility as fathers, mothers, uncles, grandpas to help motivate this kid. By buying this book, is $8.99. Just buy this book, okay? Whether you are watching us right now or you are watching us later, please go in and buy this book at Amazon. It's just $8.99. When you read this book, you will definitely get some kind of an insight of the ability, the intellectual of this kid, and it is our own responsibility to help promote. Thank you very much, Mariama. If you need anything, don't forget, just call, and we are here to help you. Or come at any time to the program and express yourself or to promote yourself from this program. This is your program, right? This is your uncle, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right.
It means the whole world to me.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
And that was Mariama K. Mansarie. Mariama K. Mansarie. Now I'm switching back to Creole because majority of our audience, Sierra Leonean. So I'm gonna switch back to Creole. The reason why I interview her in English because our kids sometimes they have difficulty in expressing themselves. They know English, but Creole, they know Creole, but sometimes they find it difficult to express themselves in Creole like the way we do. So that's why I want her to be comfortable. That is English language. Now I'm switching back to Creole. But what's the time for telling, ladies and gentlemen, here is the fact that we get picking them who were born with them very, very intelligent. This is now one of the examples then where every Sierra Leonean is supposed to be proud of, because at the end of the day, they see most of the time we picking them, especially the one that in a salon, waiting we mama them, we papa them, we grandpa them, then they do to them picking them. Then they use them picking them for go do their own dirty politics job, go get some few thousand leons and let the picking go in the street and begin to go stone, begin to go cause, begin to go to do something. But when we start for good, they inspire, we picking them, that's alone for say, okay, you know what? It is better for you for do something where you able to contribute to the fabric and progress of your nation, like what Mariama K. Sangarie is doing right now. She's just 17 years old, she's still in high school, And when you look at this book, this is the book, ladies and gentlemen. You see, when you look at this book and you buy this book and read it and try to understand the intellectual capacity of this child, you will be proud for born this speaking. So that is one of the thing I just want to do. So if we want to inspire, we picking them, we need to teach them ethics, the best way them we're able to contribute to society. And one thing we all lack salon from we big one them way beyond day before we the problem we'll get is we not can want for put yourself, try for express yourself, try for expose who we are as a nation. Instead we rely on somebody else, somebody tens of thousands of miles away. They come now Sierra Leone. Now that person they can write about we. And for so many instances, we realize most of them stories then they read them people then they write about you, where would they allow them for make them write about we, because we not get the ability or the appetite for write about ourselves. They are erroneous, incorrectly. Let me give you an example. Pedro de Sintra, the name we'll get today, so Sierra de Loa, right? Pedro da Sintra, when he come, he not even land na salon. He there offshore. During the rainy season, we all know say Sierra Leone a very tropical country. When they come, I don't know how many months during the year, we all know, right? We even get what we call 7-day rain, right? We continuously rain the can no more. So we are blessed with those type of weather and country. Pedro de Sintra, a man where not even understand whether na or what they do. When he come, he dey offshore during the time of rain, when the thunder been the crack na the mountains and they na Freetown, the thunder dey crack na the mountain. If he see na the lions and then the rower na the mountain. So now based on that, he go back and he go give this name for say he don't go found another land where he named Sierra de Loam, the Lions Mountain. So you see, you come during rainy season, the thunder they crack by the mountains, you say na lions and then the rower. Very, very erroneous. Very, very incorrect. But listen, we are living in this particular incorrect history today because we as species, we as Sierra Leoneans, we not get the ability for make we able to write about ourselves, show who we are out there. And this is where the problem is. You know, this is where the problem is. So we want to thank Mariama K Sangarie for coming at the program, a young teenager for coming at the program, for can tell we it inspire a lot of other youths them, teenagers them for make them able for do the same thing or even better. This is why we need for encourage them picking indeed. You want the way one for 20 authors. Because just look at Fobe College, from Fobe College all the way down to the List Primary School. Most of the books that we learn in our school are foreign books them. Macbeth, world history, even Sierra Leone history. Now somebody else write that book, they learn at Sierra Leone. So when we try for breed, young authors, then where they come for can correct the mistakes of we forefathers them, or we self, then definitely that will able enlighten the Sierra Leonean them where they're not born it, where they come, then will be proud of us for say, oh, okay, now I have this book, the account about me on papa or mama in country. So this is the European narratives. This is the Sierra Leonean narrative. Which one will they take? It's just people like me. If the best person we able to talk about Dr. Mankota is Dr. Mankota, nobody else. Right? So now the same thing. The best person we able to talk about Sierra Leone is a Sierra Leonean. Not to an European. We come probably with a hidden agenda. The come just exploit we and certain things, certain accounts we not fit into your narratives, your colonial narratives. They try for manipulate time and try for put different accounts just for make it fit in your agenda. So that is the thing. So that's not the interview with if you watch the interview after the program, go back and watch the interview with Mariama K Sangarie. I just don't interview him. I just do no more now a monologue right now. Now let's go back to we usual topic we get for do with Sierra Leone politics. All right. Now we got one big issue that Sierra Leone these days, the past couple of weeks, this don't they come up, slowly, and it don't bring some kind of an eye opener. So even we na neutralists, or you can call we patriots, people that we just want to see a better Sierra Leone, people that we just want to see a progressive country, Now I'm talking about the issue of Dr. David Moina Senge with Joseph Sano. A lot of you don't hear about this now on social media, right? A lot of you. Dr. Senge, well, I don't want to use the word was, because that means I don't totally, relents me hope on them. You know. So I don't want to use the word was, but doctors, I still want to use the word is, because these are allegations we very, very serious for somebody we some of we inspire. You understand? A young man where a lot of we don't talk about when they appoint him first as director of science and technology, then later move on to basic education, minister of basic education. But what I decide for talking here today is the allegation where Joseph Sano where he levy against Dr. Sangarie Moina and other folks them. According to Joseph Sano, the person where then selects for be the project coordinator for the free quality education. First, the process was flawed. Second, there was some kind of nepotism and some kind of biasness and some kind of that relationship to relationship type of recruitment, which is unethical. Okay. Joseph Sano say, first of all, the person we them pick based on the application, the announcement we them put, the qualification of that person there, and not meet the qualification at all. That's the number one. Secondly, the person we them pick now a bralo to David Sangarie. That is where the nepotism come in. Now a bralo to David Sangarie. Then secondly, thirdly, the comment where Dr. David Sangarie allegedly tell Joseph Sano when they get the meeting. According to Joseph Sano, he said when he go meet with Dr. Sangarie, the remarks where Dr. Sangarie give, he say he no ask for a job, so he no care, he no they listen to nobody, not only the president. In fact, he can left this job here, he can at MIT, he go do he go teach at MIT. This is what Joseph Sano. I don't send message to Joseph Sano. I've been send message to Dr. Sangarie, but I don't say he no go come because not to the first time this way I want for interview him. I don't send message to Joseph Sano. Hopefully he will see the message, he will reply me. If he reply me, he willing for Canada the program, probably next week. I will try for bring Joseph Sano for make he can tell me more. I know say he don't talk so much. But there are two sides to a story. Well, three sides to a story. You have my side, your side, and the third one is the truth, not so. Now, why on earth people are fighting for this type of things? Why? For the people who they support Dr. Moina Sangarie, then say Joseph Sano and Dr. David Sangarie then get some kind of passional animosity between themselves. I don't know which one is that. But when Joseph Sano come at the program, I will try for ask him. So therefore, this is the reason why Joseph Sano they go after Sangarie. Those are the excuses where the supporters of Dr. David Sangarie they claim. An example: one member of the CRC, the Coalition of Civil Rights, whatever, but it's CRC. He gave an interview, and when you listen to this guy, this is why we get problem as alone. When you listen to this guy, it seems like this guy is the spokesperson for Dr. David Sangarie. The way he talk, there is no difference. If you know sabi this guy for same, he not a member of the Minister of Basic Education, you go feel say na the spokesperson for the Ministry of Education where they try for help David Sengen. And this guy is a non-governmental organization member called the CRC, Coalition, whatever, civil rights advocate. If you listen to them, you know whatever no say, this is somebody who's supposed to be neutral and try for look at two things. He said he don't look at two things, but the argument is still not convincing to me. Now, what about the one that way they support Joseph Sano? They are saying, well, it is not, if whether Joseph Sano and David Sengen then get some personal animosity or some personal problems, this has nothing to do with that. This has something to do with the fight against corruption. Right? Because the problem we will get in Sierra Leone today, from memorial time, where they are factory today, corruption. Yes, we get other problems, but the main thing, the main very endemic problems where we get in Sierra Leone, now corruption. Africa in general, you understand? Sierra Leone, if we just able to eliminate or at least minimize corruption to something that is not going to affect the livelihood of Sierra Leoneans, you see Sierra Leone and how they go up very rapidly because now a small country with all the resources we will get, I swear to God, if that problem no more, we all able to fit together. Let's forget about, oh, this na me brother, this na me auntie, this na me uncle, this na me papa, this na me mama, or whatever relationship we will get. We look at things in a more patriotic way and try for fight corruption to the core. Ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone is going to develop within 10 years. If we all fight corruption, we eliminate corruption, they give us 10 years, 10 good years. If you don't die, you come out after 10 years. You not go know Sierra Leone again. We get everything what we need. We get natural resources. We get human resources. We get people that were well educated. We get all the resources we need for build up a prosperous society. But within the deprive we. Now this corruption, tribalism, regionalism, sectionalism, culturalism, or whatever. But the main thing is corruption. So these people are saying, well, President Bio come in and say, a main goal is for fight corruption. That's not your main goal, that one day. All right? Fighting corruption. Well, if this is the case, then let's take a look at this case in a much critical way and try to investigate. Well, the problem today also, when we talk about investigation, has to do with the institution we're responsible to investigate. The ACC, the Anti-Corruption Commission. This is an institution where Sangarie, oh man, Sangarie, I know want to bring you time now the program, right? Alright, Sangarie, why you call? Sangarie, if you want to the program, just use the link where I sent to you. If you want to the program, use the link where I sent to you, so you're able to come. I'm not able to connect you right now at the program. So, okay, once again, this is where the problem is. The institution where supposed for investigate corruption has been engulfed by relationships. One of the things where they destroy Africa, relationships. Now, when it comes to the opposition, for investigate the opposition, we see the effort where this institution they do for investigate the opposition. Then they bring all kind of terminology, use all kind of terminology for investigate the opposition. Now, it comes to the very government officials. The very government officials, where they vow for fight corruption, now become corrupted. The hunted become haunted. Now, they don't put this institution, the leaders of this institution, Kelfara, Ben Kelfara, they don't put her in a very tight place, because if they look at the influences to the government, you need Sangarie, you need for allow your device for make it come in. Allow the device. The device is not connected, so Sangarie, you need to allow the device. If you not allow the device, you're not going to be able to come in. There's nothing I can do to bring you in. Okay? Your phone, you need for when call your phone they give you and make you allow the studio to access your device. If you not do, I mean, not go do, I'm not go able to see you. Now, this institution where we talk about today, the ACC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, is the one responsible for prosecute corrupt practices, corrupt officials, whether former or present. So now it comes to credibility on the side of the leaders of this institution. Joseph Sano tell we see, he even writes a letter to the ACC. He not received nothing, absolutely. But let me say one thing here first, ladies and gentlemen, for make we all understand this. David Sangarie was one of the epitome of when they say young generation, talented people then. But that country, the way people like me, so when they say David Sangarie is now a director of technology and whatever, science and technology, I was so amazed, I was so thrilled, some of them have been watch my program when I've been no same, I've been talk about favorably that this program here. But for me, for even start for hearing about corruption within the Ministry of Basic Education, where this guy, the head, it's very, very devastating to me. But hey, this is an allegation. I have to be fair. I have to be fair with him also. This is an allegation. Okay? It's an allegation. And we don't see Leonians. Sometimes when things are not good their own way, then he fabricates so many things them. So I have to be fair because I'm a Sierra Leonean too. I know who we are. I know what we are capable of doing. All right, now let me just this guy. You did in I don't know if you hear me about your device is not connected, Sangarie. Your device is not connected. Maybe you need for try again. If you click the link, then you need for allow the application for make you access the device. Then just put your name, like what you do so, because I see you put your name, and enter. But it seems here is they said okay, you need for click the microphone icon or the video icon. Sangarie, you need for click that. I think it's Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can't able to bring you in. Yeah, I can't able to bring you in if you not connect. All right. So what I been trying to talk about? We Sierra Leoneans, we always like for bring down people them when things are not a good way on way. I know that very much. Maybe, and I'm just speculating here. Maybe this guy things are not going your way. Now it is time for cause trouble. It could be because that's what we are capable of doing as Sierra Leoneans. If either my way or no way, this is what we do most times. Either my way or no way. But the fact that this guy get the audacity, he get the bold mind for come in and say there have been some kind of corruption in terms of the selection of the projects coordinator, where the money, according to what we understand, we sponsored by the World Bank, the money. All right, man. Salut. Okay, I didn't have the program, so I didn't have the radio, please. All right. So, okay, welcome, Kausu Sangarie. Well, it is a Sangarie. I think he get problem with he not connect. You know. All right. I will see you now. I know say now for you picking the interview you come for. I know say now for you picking the interview you come for. So one of the things I don't interview already, but you want to say something.
No, like you say, congratulations. I like the broadcast. It looks beautiful.
Anyway, now promising kid. So what you will get for do as a Sierra Leoneans? Now I just tell people then say now them kind picking here we need for encourage for make we able to promote them picking inspire other picking them, you know.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate you, Mr. Abu. I appreciate everything you do for the Sierra Leone community as a whole. Thank you very much. This is great.
Yeah.
Hello, we get a wonderful platform like this for showcase with talent. Then a very good thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Definitely. Definitely. But she's amazing. She's really amazing.
Thank you.
I get back from politics and we talk about Joseph Sano and David Moyne, their own issue. Now I can talk right now about at the program.
Roger that.
So
I will stick around.
Yeah, okay. So you guys, what do you think of this allegation? Sano, they allege that David Moyne he go select Ibrahim instead of a qualified Sierra Leonean.
Is this question for me?
Yeah, you get me. Like
the Bralo na Sierra Leonean.
Yeah, na Sierra Leonean.
He qualified for the position.
Joseph Sano say based on the announcements and the requirements, he not qualify.
Well, if he not qualify, I definitely get a problem with that. However, if he qualify, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I know they do well in if he meets the requirement for the position, I don't find anything wrong with that.
You know, say one of the problems we get as Sierra Leoneans is if something not go your way, it is trying to destroy.
Right. I don't have a view to right now. I'm going to come back and pick it up. Okay. Yeah. Frozen. I'm going to have to go when the people. It's going to take about an hour or two. So can I leave them in there for you? Oh, yeah. Is that okay? Do I keep this with me? Oh. Sabu, you froze.
All right, I don't come back. All right. So you know what happened?
Uh,
America turned today like a saloon. Me, the entire lights just go off. The entire light now we area I go off, it come on back.
wow.
So sorry guys, I think we will get some blackout. I don't know if you go off, it come back up. So what I try to talk about, I say the problem with Sierra Leoneans is we get this mentality say either my way or no way at all. So do you think Joseph Sano, the reason why it's going after David Senge is because the one way he been want for make the with Dengi way probably na in they're not able to get your way now that make it go after the minister.
For me, I not follow the entire program, the entire thing yet. I not really upon now, but definitely that not going to be a surprise. But Sierra Leoneans now attitude and if we not go, we will oppose. For me personally, not feel say. First of all, it, like me, I know me brother or me like you better than I know anybody else with a PhD over there. So if I then have a position and I need a work done, I know you, the person where I already know, qualified to do the position, I'll take you. I'm not going to discredit you because you're not my relative. That don't make no sense. I don't know why Africans then would always find problems on some things. If the man fit for the position qualified, then that's good. However, if they're going to take somebody with a high school diploma or not even graduate high school for go to a job of a degree holder, then there is a problem. But forget the relationship. If your brother and I qualify for be vice president, you get all the qualification. What's wrong with that? Me,
So
no, personally, no see no problem with that as long as the work is done.
yeah, so Peter Dauda make a very interesting comment here. That if we accept the fact that the Auditor General's office cannot audit itself because of a conflict of interest, why do we expect the sitting government to investigate itself about corruption?
Yeah, well, that mean now something I get problem with the ACC. They heavily politicized, so I not get no faith in them. So then they in me get problem with that. I feel say that they for be an independent body, not to a partition. Me no, especially Africa, when you give somebody a job now a favor, they know they expect that person they for can go after you. We don't give them a job. That they very very me they against that. That make the ACC or anti-corruption, whatever they call them, do our bank can follow the lead.
Nine.
It don't become it. To my own view, is almost useless. Like I'll be a big disappointment where we get people and they get the first lady on tape saying that I did get some money. But then he come out and say, well, we get for investigate everybody. Like, come on. How about you investigate somebody? And then, yeah, we okay with investigating everybody, but let's start with what's at hand. But yeah, that position, they're not highly politicized and it's not going to be effective.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting the way, we young people, but what they're waiting at this government, where some of we been the wouldn't call either because of lack of experience or something like that. The pressure that the same tactics way can do to the NPRC when they can power. Some of we wait that they will be young, but at least we see some kind of prospect within them, but then they when the everything changed. Every single thing changed anyway. But I don't know. The the young generation need for take charge of the country.
Well, they're not allow we. Okay. So first of all, like me personally, right? A natural folly again. I know where APC then have power. They accuse me up to high level ministers then at the APC government.
Yeah.
Don't accuse me, say me na a undercover spy for the SLPP. Just because they ask for accountability and responsibility. And same way, so right now, most people, again, people that will not trust me. Even if I do the right thing for them, they become a surprise to them. Because they normally don't, they all get used to, or just accept, say, okay, they support the party, good or bad, if you support them. You don't forget any opposition. So then they now a cancer in our society will therefore be very, very hard for eliminate. So people that we more loyal to the parties and we thrive than than the country itself. For whatever reason, I don't know. A lot of time people and they accuse me, say, oh, you don't grow up in Salon. I'm pretty sure I spend a lot of time in Salon. So I don't know. That's not a big problem. Very big problem.
Yeah. And the funny thing here is, just like what you talk, during the time when there were some of we been oppose the APC, we not APC member that we just want to make the APC do the right thing. We get people that people who been the praise win.
Oh yeah.
And now, when we oppose the SLPP, and say we not bad for people them. So you know, see, this is the problem where we get now with society. You know, we not get the people that we get, you know, the patriotic heart, or make sure say a political party is just a platform for making you able to help your country. A political party supposed to enhance the livelihood of its members, the society, and they try for help. When they do wrong thing, not to a cause, not to anything wrong, not to cry for, tell them, say, you guys are doing something wrong, do the right thing. Now this, both during the time of the APC and now the SLPP, you get people there when are very intellectual SLPP folks them. Then they defend the SLPP, the wrong things are what they do. You know why? Because they believe, say, the more you talk good about the government, maybe the government will give you job. That's
exactly now I say. That's not the problem. Most people are not they are job seekers. Then they look for favors. You know, they're not independent. Most people in Africa, Sierra Leone in general, are dependent. A lot of the diasporans, they only get into politics as a way out, not for development. The people are working as alone, that's it. And the politics makes it easy. The richest people in the country are the politicians.
Yep.
Person they sell everything they get just for be part of government. Because you know once they get in there, they get rich. So these people know me personally don't talk to an SLPP folk. What don't tell me say you idea the way you can try for talk them sound good. I agree with them, but you're not gonna get anywhere with that. Nobody know why you read Andy.
I had the same thing. I had the same thing.
And these are very intellectual. So I'm like, wow, this is true.
Yeah.
You know? So they're gonna do whatever for eliminate you if you try or do anything else. You know?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we were people that way in a society when you are different from that society, you know how them call it, they say you're an anomaly. You're an anomaly. So we in a kind of a cancer into the body.
Right.
So we're not supposed to be in that body day at all. You know, because we destroy it. So unfortunately, we have a cancer inside the body, we small. You know, we not boku. The one that way them libele, you know, them I don't know, greedy people them boku and then get loud voice and they talk loud.
But most of it, check this out. A lot of the time, the political appointment and compensations.
Yeah.
You don't do well for the party. You don't drag belly, then they appoint you. It's not called okay. They come join the team, follow fix the country. That's not what it is. A compensation. Yeah. You get people out there tell you, say, oh, that other first lady did not cheat. Or unless Koroma be cheat, so it's okay for let Mother Bio cheat. No, we vote Mother Bio because we not be pleased APC they do the right thing. So why therefore can't do the same exact thing? But the people, all of them not go talk the truth because that's their livelihood. So me feel say naturally, most Sierra Leoneans there, we need for back away from politics and focus on economic development. Low invest by we agriculture, we invest by we minerals them, and sometimes when we don't become independent financially, we go able to speak the truth. You know, now that they happen in America, most people are not need the government for their livelihood. So then they tell you the truth. They go tell you, Mr. President, you're wrong.
Yep.
And we need to reduce the power of the president. Who president are God?
Yep.
But that be okay, kill anybody, they know the ask and why.
Then they call us supreme.
Right. Right. We need for change down there. That thing and they all land point in our country. The country is too small for all landing. You know, it's rough. You know, I pray. I know if it's a prayer as I'm being here for the work for that country there anymore. Yeah, we just it's sad.
It's hard, very. And I talked about that a couple of days ago at the TPN forum, where I say, I still see light at the end of the tunnel, but this light is becoming dimmer and dimmer. And the reason why I say so, we when are the young one, they when are the future of the country, when are the future of the that country there. We they follow the same footstep where we big one them behind the follow for do the wrong thing. Now, right now we they use for make them able for continue with the same culture, with the same corruption. If we're not able for deviate from them thing and then Sierra Leone is not going to go anywhere.
But even within we communities then at this country, okay?
Yeah.
If you can at the state of Arizona, for example, you get one Jewish community, you get one Chinese community. Salon community, where we are less than 3,000-4,000 or 5,000 at the states, we got 7 to 8 different Sierra Leone communities.
Yep.
And naturally, when we get dancing organization in there, not to, would they compete negatively?
Yeah.
Would they try to destroy each other?
Yeah.
Now, only now, Salon, you see, the people that they come on, let's say, the Northerns, then they say, Northern organization. Like, what's wrong with the rest of the Salon? Or a Timni organization full of progressive union. Why can't it be Sierra Leone Progressive Union? And let's put all the tribes aside, let's put all the region aside, you know, and then we develop this small country we'll get. We are the same size as Israel.
Yep.
Israel in Jaka will not get. And we'll get minerals there.
We got everything, yeah.
Right. And we're not able because we lack that organizations too. We not like each other. We hate each other. I pretend they pretend. It's quick, like for let them tell you, say, let me tell you something, Mr. Abu. I don't team up my broker, they drive for going to Freetown. Right?
Mm.
And this one man, they drive a Mercedes Benz. I've been there with several other people there. He picked me one grade up and drive me all the way to Freetown and take care of me only because he believes in me in Fuller. So he helped in Fuller. As opposed to when for them just load the motor with everybody and take away and help Sierra Leoneans. You know, I'm grateful for the ride, but at the same time, he went at it wrong. Me not go do that personally.
Yeah.
If not me, I take the first 4 people, and not even the first who look like me. You know, but majority of Sierra Leoneans are not the act like so.
Yeah.
You know, even among we now, you see, Portugal say, okay, because you now the north you come on, are closer to you than the Mao come on at the southeast. Where don't left so northerners then. You come on Magroka, the other person come on Makeni, the other come on Kabbalah. He said Magroka near past Kabbalah. The one left now 4, 2 come on Magroka, 2 come on Makeni. But the one they come on, one Limbadi, they want him, they say, okay, damn it, him and brother.
So
Then when they back up, he say, on a tuna timney, sometimes they want him, the man, in Mamana Fuller. He said, now only half timney. You know, so as they go now, so they segregate to self.
Yeah.
They say, but that man they are Christian, that man they are Muslim, that man they are Timni, that man they are Limba. Like why we can't just be Sierra Leone and help everybody?
That's now one of the biggest problems that we will get. We talk about it's interesting the way you slice and down. We might not be in a good day, but the way you slice and down, that's exactly not the problem. No matter what, we have to get an excuse for discriminate one person or one group or one region or whatever. So that is the thing where we actually need for start for when they talk about say, hey, you know what? What about the one we bring we together, Sierra Leone?
Right. We're not gonna know unified Sierra Leonean organization.
Let me tell you one thing. Here, we start with this. So when they try for organized, so everybody go able to come together. We got some people there where they tell me say, "Bro, you too close with the men and them."
Right. Like what's wrong with me being close to a Mende person? So seriously, it's stupid.
Oh my God, that's interesting anyway.
But it happen everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Now me hometown, me home district, Kabbalah, right? We get this guy when in a minister now to SLPP. Now be minister now APC to Agbangba. Very nice guy as far as I'm concerned. Very developmental, right? But with district, the majority of the people live in Akuranko. And there was a time Agbangba ended up with the district council chairman. The only guy where at the end of the year, whatever money they not spend, they give back to the government. They say, guess what? So they go put one Kranko guy, where in an intellectual, very intelligent guy. But that guy, Mr. We never be able to talk. He's very shy. He's not a politician. But because of Kranko, I get overwhelming what they put on there. Just like, they talk, he will do nothing. Which is stupid. You know what I'm saying? We need to get away from that here. And it's hard.
Yeah.
But it is even within TPN. Most of with disagreement them. If I come out and say something about SLPP, but you see, the first year they begin accuse me becoming a Sangarie, they say me not to Sierra Leone. Where Cheroba come with the Africanist press, who get intellectual Sierra Leone, they only say the man are Guinean.
Yeah.
And the only reason I make them they call and say a Guinean now because I'm full of man. If not be one John Brimer from Bonn or Timney man from McKinney, they're not gonna ever say na a foreigner.
Yeah.
So a lot of the little things I would hold me back, what people are not to pay attention to.
Yeah.
We got a lot of problems, a lot.
Well, the only way we're able to like when we talk so, people here probably the one that will not pay attention, they pay attention, and also small. But anyway, thank you very much. I don't at the end of the program. Thank you very much for contributing. You make a very good sense on this topic here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I will come more often.
Okay, yeah. We need people like us. People that we actually because the TPN have educated people that allow we able to bridge the gap. This division here we eat all the time. I they think about myself. I they think about me tribe. I they think about my brother. Even my brother are not qualified. Still my brother. So now the right. So I don't think that they will try. So thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Abu. Continue with the good job.
All right.
We're there with you.
All right. That was Kausu Sangarie, Naina the admin, one of the admins then the TPN forum. Now one of we guys then we actually they try for progressive young man then they try for recruit for try for bridge this archaic division where with people that don't put together. Just as Mariama waiting they talk about so there is always some kind of pessimism within we if you now una a group they begin see Sierra Leone and they begin to divide themselves into groups. Older and the northern come out. So we they make the northern society or northern group organization. Down in the south, and they make southern organization. All the small group and within the organization and they begin see another division there because this man at Timini or you come on Amago kind of Tonkolili, you come on what then call so we get Tonkolili Descendants Association, then they come on Putloko, then get Putloko Descendants within the same region. Then if within the district, then you get also you begin the what then call by section. Oh, now in that section, in that chiefdom, they make the unit chiefdom association within the same district. Then within that same chiefdom, you get some people that win Muslims them, or they make a Muslim Jamaat. We get to win a Christian, they make a Christian Jamaat. They always find a way for let we divide with self. This is the biggest problems that we will get every single day. Now that make not ever go before. This label business who they pass label with self, would they try for distinguish yourself from each other instead of something the umbrella we come together we call we Sierra Leoneans. Let's continue for talk because sometimes talk now a weapon. Now the most powerful tool we they use for change a society, for change the perception of a society. That we just believe say we na Sierra Leonean. Yes, not to bat, not to cause for the way God creates then tribes here, then region here, then all them kind thing. God not make them for make we can't divide ourselves. God make them for make we see in power, in creativity. Down there they talk different language, we don't know. It not mean say because we different, no. Now the power of God for make we able to realize that God able to do things them unimaginable. But one thing, especially in this modern society, and that is being nationalistic. Somebody where they look at the bigger picture, the umbrella, the green, white, and blue, we bring we together, irrespective of your tribe, your region, or whatever. So that's not the thing today. So I just want to thank me guest for today, the young Mariama K. Sangarie, for tell you about the book we write. Again, I just want for the last time for giving her the book. This is the book. It's called Snatch. This is the book. So when I go buy the book, go to Amazon. In fact, the book was it been done. Fast way then get for other ones them. So be part of the promotion for this young lady. Okay, that's not the thing I want to tell you now. We'll see you back next week, the same time, the same place. Good night.